Hello, me again. Just a little public service thing before I kick off. I'm done using AI art for this channel. I'll probably still use the stuff that has been made already because it's already been made and there's connections there and the damage has already been done. The reason I used it was because this channel initially was about the role-playing and the gaming side of things, and I figured, oh, you know what, AI art is just a quick way to generate content. I'm not trying to sell the art. But then I watched stuff from some AI stuff from Lavender Town and Hello Future Me, and I actually heard the justifications that I used for myself in their videos and the counter arguments for it, and realized, oh, you know what, actually, I don't actually have a leg to stand on, because just engaging with the technology in the way it is being used is causing a problem. So there's that, moving forward. Cool, whatever. All right. So what are we doing today? The reason I'm here, this is going to be more of a world building video rather than a role playing one, simply because I find that doing the Death Wizards campaign, the skirmish game, the way I'm doing it, I'm not world building enough. I'm not getting it. Grundin's not traveling around the Flats of Doom as much as I expected him to, and that's because things have been going well because of the ambush ability. And as a result of that, there's been no interrupt scenes. If you're using the Mythic GM, you're supposed to test the scene at the start of every turn to see whether or not there's a interrupt. So to encourage more world building, what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate, when we're doing these maps and we're telling Grundin where to go. Right now he's off to raise some undead minions. We're going to roll a dice and randomly determine how many steps away it is. Where's my d6? I have a billion d6s and I grab the yellow writing one with the yellow dice. Great. So what I'm going to do is 1 to 3 is going to be in the same area. 4, 5, 6 is going to tell me whether or not it's 1, 2, or 3 like regions away. 1, 2, like in this case it'd be like 1, 2, or 3 mountains away, the destination that he's going to. And then I'm going to generate that using the dungeon and location stuff from Perilous Wilds. Generally I might prefer to use the Ironsworn Delve rules because I like they got like a location and then a theme that you attach together and you can jump in and out of those themes. But I've already introduced this one, and if I'm being fair, the Ironsworn one works great within the Ironsworn system because it's got a lot of little triggers. But if you use it out of system, it can be a little limiting in what you see. I feel like this one's going to give us a bit more variety and variation, which might be a good thing or a bad thing, but you know, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. There's nothing wrong with giving it a go. All right. So D6. How many regions away is this? 5. All right. So I got 1 to 3's same place. So 4, 5. I've got 2 regions that Grundin has to visit. So 2 mountains to travel along, and I'll randomly determine the direction he goes. I have a random direction dice somewhere, all the way from. So Warhammer Fantasy, the Retonians and Lizardmen, or was it? I think this might be from Warhammer 40k, but it was like the Goth Orcs versus the Blood Angels. It's whatever. So the first step of his location, he is traveling in which direction? That doesn't help me. This way. Alright, so he's going to go to this peak first, down here. Now what is at that peak? Okay. So to start off, before we do the discovery, I'll do the dungeon stuff, which is not that one. Printouts are meant to make life easier, in theory. I'm testing out that theory today. Alright, so I'm not worrying about the dungeon size, this because this is like what is in this particular area. I'm going to roll 2 categories, looking at this document, and we'll see what we get. Now I need to find D12s. I swear I'm competent. I swear I'm confident. Alright, so we'll do like RGB, so we'll go like red, well, red, yellow, black. How about that for the order in which these roll? Alright, so theme for this dungeon, 588. First theme is going to be mysterious. Oh, I only need to roll twice. So yeah, get ready. 5-8. So it's going to be mysterious, shadows and spirits. Makes sense given the area that we're in. Second theme, 8-11, grim, chaos and corruption. Chaos, corruptions, shadows and spirits. Okay. Interesting. We'll give this place a name. It's going to be... Oh, I should write this. Right. Nutty. Write this down before I forget it. So we got shadow spirits plus corruption. Alright, 10 is going to be the place of the adjective noun. Alright. Now I need a D100. I'm competent, trust me. Alright, so the, what was it? The place of the adjective noun. So we got 31. The finger. 35. The finger of forbidden. The finger of the forbidden spear. Ooh. Immediately I'm imagining this like, maybe it's at the, it's, if you look at the map, it looks like a bit of a smaller mountain, but maybe on top of one of these peaks, either this one or this one down here, there's like this tall tower that rises up to a point, and it's called the Forbidden Spear. Shadows and corruptions, shadow spirits, that's exactly what these dwarves do. Corruption, chaos. Maybe something's come in and polluted it. Polluted it away from the worship of Baal-An, which is, again, where I don't know what's going on with this weird civil war thread that we added to this place, but that could be it. But we'll keep going. We'll keep going and see what we've got. So we've got the themes. We've got the name. Let's go to the area addressing. I'm really just picking like things that I want to add and what I don't want to add, and then randomly rolling whether or not I want it. All right, so we're going to start with just what does it look like? Form. 3, it's ruins, so it's a ruined tower. Ruins of 1d8 plus 3. I don't know if I don't really care about that. I don't care about the dice roll, but knowing that it is ruins is good. Ruins. Do I want another form? Probably not. Maybe, maybe not. There's other stuff. Who's the builder? Good question, because this might be relevant. 9, humanoid society. Okay, we'll just say it's the dwarves. Or is it? Dwarves, elves, axolotls. Let's randomly roll it. 4. I should have assigned numbers before I rolled it. Dwarves, elves, axolotls. If I'm being fair, I would have gone dwarves, then elves would be 4 to 5, then axolotls would have been 6. So maybe this is an elven tower. Elven ruins. Well, that makes a bit more sense because if it's on top of the peak, like a dwarves would build their temples and stuff under it. These guys are, they're still recording. These guys are building it on top of the peak, which is more of like, makes me think of more like an elfy thing. So maybe this is not a temple to Baal-An, but the elves are doing their own spirit stuff. There are 2 cities on this big map. Yep. There are 2 cities over here and over here on this big map, which are elven, and they also have like undead creatures throughout them. I treated that, they're more like, I was thinking of them more like revenants, like the actual one's druidic and they inter their ancestors in the woods, and it's a bit like the Asphodel from Dominion 6, where the woods take over the bodies, and the other one's in a swamp. So maybe theirs is more like catacombs and tombs, dark riders. There's world building that happens off-site. You don't need to see every step of this. Alright, so yeah, continuing. So we've got ruins, elven ruins, that makes, yeah, that's kind of cool. Do I care about accessibility? Maybe I do, because can it even be accessed? Might not have relevance on what we're about to do, but it might, you never know. It's got a clear and obvious route. Okay, so there's just a path that leads up to the complex. Function, yeah, Cause of Ruin, let's do that instead. Cause of Ruin, 5. Plague, famine, drought. Could these guys be dedicated to that plague god? Doesn't have to be. Doesn't matter. Plague, famine, drought. We'll let that run. We'll just let that percolate for a while. Creature. Don't really care about that, but maybe I'll roll on the feature. What is there? Is there a feature here? Multi-level tiers. Just this big, like, ziggurat-y tower on top of the mountain with sort of with a path that leads up and past it. It deals with spirits. It deals with corruption. And the plague came and wiped it out. I'm getting the feeling this might have been having something to do with that big plague god, the Triceratops plague god. So maybe it's really old. It is a ruin. Maybe it's a really ancient ruin from like the before time when the Triceratops and the axolotls were having at each other. The axolotls were underground creatures. The Triceratops, we've already established that they had some kind of slavery thing going on with the elves. I reckon this was the location of some like of a conflict between the Triceratops and the elves and their plague god, and the axolotls and the dwarves coming at each other, and maybe that plague god was his name, Barley Bell. I gotta find an easier way to do these names. Where's my threads? Barley Bell. Bell's the trickster one. Barlan's the dwarf one. Barley Bell is the Triceratops decaying god. Okay, so it's dedicated to the Triceratops decaying. It's dedicated to Barley Bell. Very old, ancient technology, ancient ruins, ancient tech, maybe. But you can get in it. It's a ruin. It's been stripped, so there's not much there for him. But it could be interesting. All right, that's the first stage of that. Second stage of that. Well, yeah. Just a small side. Which peak is it on? Is it on the top peak or the bottom peak? Top 1 to 3, 6. No, so it's on this bottom peak here. So here, on this little lower peak, is going to be that temple, the frozen spear. Oh, far out. That actually works because in the Lichten video, all the names of the towers were like spear of something. Like I think it was like the spear of broken hearts was the capital. So they're all working on this. It's cool. It's cool. I love it when random shit works. I love it. So good. That makes me happy. All right. Discovery. All right. I'm just gonna roll. There's gonna be something here. It might be innocuous. It might not be. Grundin walks up. What does he discover? He discovers 5. Discovers evidence. So there's tracks or something. Multiple signs. Discovers many signs of tracks. Okay, so it's an occupied area. Are they dwarf tracks? We've had. That would make sense. I think it's likely that there's going to be tons of dwarf tracks from Vumsha and Gutol. Maybe they travelled up and past this area. We had the king going there, but we never actually met him. Maybe he went this way because we're worrying about frozen fingers. Everybody's running away. Maybe they're traveling up past this temple. I think it's likely. Cast factor 3. So 96. Nope. No way not. Like definitely not dwarves. It's like critically not dwarves. Why would it be critically not dwarves passing this way? Elves, humans, axolotls. And given the area we're in, 1 to 3. 1 to 4 is frozen fingers. 5 it's elves because we don't have any. Well, we don't know if there's elves in here actually. There could be elves in there. 1 to 3 it's humans from frozen fingers. 4 it's elves. 5 it's axolotls. 6 it's something else entirely. 6 something else entirely. Are they in the area? Let's have a look. So things likely on the chaos factor 3. Got 36. No, just out. Okay. So they're not nearby. Let's just get I'm just gonna get a description, a little description for this creature. So Grundin is walking past this place. He's seeing a lot of tracks on the ground. And the fact that there's multiple signs. He's seeing multiple signs of a creature. So what kind of creature is it? I'm not going to know like what it is exactly, but from the tracks, what am I getting? 11, 5, and 6. Uncommon, dwarf. But I already established that they weren't. I should have done this first. I already established they were dwarves. Orcs! Orcs and goblins. We don't, that would be a very odd thing to have here, because they're all way up north. The determinant's not elves, the determinant's not humans, the determinant's not dwarves. An uncommon creature in this region that... The orcs worship Urubel. This is the temple to Balubel. It's been corrupted. Maybe they've come up here to try and do something with the tower in an effort to further Urubel's schemes. We should put them at odds with Horwedger, who we just established last game, is working with Balubel. And is going to put them at odds with the dwarves, who are worshipping Baal and avoid this place anyway. A lot of wheels in motions here. Alright, but they're not nearby. These are old tracks. I think Grundin, he's got his own job to do. I don't think there's signs of battle, there's no blood trails or anything like that. So we move on. But that is an interesting thing to have happened. Orc signs. So somewhere in this area there are orcs roaming around. And it's the finger of the forbidden spear. Alright, and our second stage, before he discovers what he's looking for. So we do all that again. That went way off the rails from what I originally intended this to be. Okay, and he's going to back up a bit, so maybe he's come Vikard Zushtash Nicole, walked over to the Forbidden Spear and jumped onto an underground path and has walked up to this larger peak down here. Maybe there's no straight link between Vikard and this big peak, so he has to go this way. Or he's avoiding stuff. Who knows? This is the route he chose. I'm not worrying about that right now. Alright, and we go back to it. The themes. Why am I singing? I don't know. 8-1. Pride and Hubris. 10 and 11. Chaos and Corruption. Give it a name. The Noun's Place. 62. Hero. 73. The Hero's Retreat. Pride and Hubris. Whoa, I've already got a idea for this one. We'll see if it pans out. In my head, I'm thinking like this is where all the nobles are going to since the fall. Like it's a safe house for all the nobles, which might mean this is where the king is sitting, hanging out until the dragon is dealt with or something. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so what is it? Form. 8. A stronghold, a fortress, or a citadel. Yep. Yep. This is why we kept threatening, like, at turn 5, the king's forces are gonna come and all shit's gonna break out. Never did. This is why they didn't go this way. They went to the Hero's Retreat. So that's right. Deal with anything with one of our threads, I wonder. The king is running away, so this one's progressed. Definitely. Cool. Alright, what's the situation? I'm more interested in this too. Above ground. Okay, so similar to this one, maybe it's a dwarf outcropping. I'm going to say the builders are dwarves. I'm just issuing that one. This is a safe place for the king, above ground. Is it in the valley, I wonder, or is it in the mountain? What's the accessibility like? 3. Concealed by a natural feature or terrain. Alright. Coward. So, should I keep... I'll keep going. I'm imagining waterfalls or something like that, or something similar. So it's concealed, above ground, away from where any dwarves will find them, or actually a lot of people. Cowardly king. Scheming thug. Accessibility, builder, done. Function. I mean, I don't know what the function is. Observation, divination. Yeah. So it's above ground, high up. It's got a good outlook. It could be on top of that peak, but I think that might be a bit overkill. Observation. My handwriting is rubbish. Dressing, I'm not going to worry about. It's an active fortress, so it'll look nice. These guys have lots of money. That's one of the things Balon's interested in. He's interested in greed. What's a feature? Give it a feature. 12. A hidden or a secret exit. Makes total sense. Yep. Secret exit. Not going to find anything. There's going to be traps. I don't need to worry about that right now. We go to the details panel. I'd love to have an idea of what the place is like. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 8 tables of like descriptors that I would be kind of interested in as descriptors for this place. So I'm gonna roll. I am gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. I promise you I'm gonna roll. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll twice on a d8. Just choose 2 of the descriptors that I'm interested in. So 7, so 3 on the other side, and 6, 2 on the other side. So 7 and 6. 7 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So an element and an oddity about this place. Element, mine, air, wind, storm. Maybe it is on top. And 7, volcanic explosive. Yeah, okay. So it actually is on top of this peak. Volcanic explosive makes me think that this is perhaps it's got a peak here on the design. It might actually be like a volcano rim. Oh, this should be fine, doing it like this, but built on the lip of this volcano, amidst the cloud cover and the winds and the... Is it active? It's got to be obscured. Secret entrances. Yeah, I think it's active. I think it... Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's active. There's gonna be like steam and like sulfuric stuff coming out of the mountain. Like it's not gonna... I don't think it'll explode. It might explode. Could explode. Maybe that's the ritual. Who knows? Ritual might be involved. But up here on top of the peak, near the lip of the volcano, is the hero's retreat. With its secret entrance, maybe on the inside lip of the volcano, where, like, who would be insane enough to put, like, an entrance-exits way on the inside of a volcano? It's a good question. Concealed above ground. Yeah, on the inside of the volcano. It's a bit like the Heroes of Might and Magic 5. Like, was it not Tribes of the East? When they introduced the dwarves and they built like a volcano and the whole city is just kind of sitting in the volcano. It's a bit like that. Probably not as big as that. Okay, cool. That's not bad. I was a bit worried at the start, but that's not bad. Do I discover it? What do I discover here? I discover something. I just need to figure out what. Because there's always something to discover. Discovery 1. An unnatural feature in the volcano. Yep, I bet. 4, 2, 9, 4, 9, 2. Arcane. I might roll 3 dice again. Go away. 4, 9. 4, 9. Taint? Residue. A taint or a residue in this place. A taint of what? Let's give it an adjective. A taint or a residue, colourful. The colour out of space. Ooh. Colourful, alright. How many colours does it have? 3. 1, 3, 8. So white, orange, and grey. Does it have anything? Does it have anything ominous about it? 32. It does. It does. We give it an aberrance. White, orange, grey, anatomical oddity. This is so weird. An anatomical oddity. Is it cool? Maybe. It's lava. but it's like being magically cooled, which is why the retreat can exist where it does. That could work. That would be a good explanation. Extreme, yes. In fact, it's very cold. Grundin puts his hand towards this thing, and you can almost feel the heat from his hand being drained off. Almost like it's draining him. Maybe. Yep. So this mountain is a holy place to Balan. And it is a volcano. It's a volcano that cools you to the touch. And it cools you to the touch, I think, because it's not an actual lava volcano. It's like a well repository. Balan's a greedy god. It's dwarven souls, I reckon. It's like this. It's like the I feel like the soul cage from Me, Myself and Die season 3. Sorry, where there's this object and all around it are all these souls just swirling around. On top of this peak, there's a pit on the side of which is built the hero's retreat, and it's got this orangey residue that people, maybe from far away as they see it, they think it's lava, and as you get closer you realize it's actually just like congealed dwarven souls, which is why they've gone there to hide out, because these wars are all about raising spirits to defend themselves. So this is a source of military strength for the king, which also means this is where Grundin is heading to try and raise some spirits for his own army. This is why he's here. This is why he's come to this mountain. He's gone this way to get to this well secretly, because he's probably not supposed to be there, I reckon. Although he is does he reckon, I don't know if he would. Does he reckon he'd be able to bluff his way in? I reckon it's likely he would think that. Cast factor 3, the odds aren't in his favor that he might think that. 69. So he reckons even though he was a priest of Balan back in the day, he knows he's not supposed to be here. So he's trying to sneak his way in, avoiding the secret entrance maybe, because that's the way the king would have come. So he's going up the other path and trying to find an ulterior way around to raise these spirits. We've already established that he's going to run into dwarves when he's playing that game. So as he's going in, he's trying to find spirits to raise, he's trying to draw energy from them, and as he's doing that, he runs into a team of dwarves that are there for the same mission, but at the request of the Dwarf King. That's the setup for the game next time. So much cooler than just like, oh yeah, another mushroom field. Alright, so it's gonna be, next game is gonna be some kind of like, I guess a pit setup, like we're on a cliff face with multiple tiers. Only some orange goo stuff to represent where the souls are congealing. Maybe it damages living tissue if they step on it. Bad for Grundin. Bad for any any living dwarves that are coming after him. But not so bad for the spirits. I like it. I'm so glad we did this world building exercise. So much better. Cool. So this is what up here at the hero's retreat. Going up the path from the Forbidden Spear, the alternate path that the king would have used, is where Grundin is going to be trying to tap into the soul sap of the mountain. The blood of the mountain. The blood of the mountain, we'll call it. He's trying to tap into the blood of the mountain to try and raise these dwarven spirits. I like it. So good. Alright. Oh yeah, all the things, because I have to say them, or YouTube hates me. What is it? Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share stuff, all three of you that are all going to watch this video. And I hope you enjoyed the little world building exercise. Alright. Bye bye.